Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing about a very interesting concept in mathematics, that is circular arrangements. This concept is generally dealt in permutations and combinations chapter of mathematics. You are watching mathematics stream by an IITian. Now let us start with circular arrangements. Before getting into circular arrangements, let us try to understand what is a linear arrangement. Suppose if there are 5 people, A, B, C, D, E. These are the 5 people and these are the 5 places, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now how many ways these 5 people can be arranged in this linear manner? Suppose if I take the first person, he is having 5 possibilities. The reason why 5 possibilities is each and every chair, each and every position has its identity. Like this is the middle chair, this is first from the middle, this is the rightmost, this is the leftmost, this is one from the left corner, something like this. So every position has an identity. So A is having 5 possible ways of choosing the seat. So B, now assume that A has already occupied. Now B will be having 4 possible options. So B can be arranged in 4 ways, and C can be arranged in 3 ways, and D can be arranged in 2 ways, and E can be arranged in 1 way. So this is what 5 factorial, which we have studied in linear arrangements. Okay, now let us come back to the circular arrangement. Whenever you have a circular arrangement, let's take a circular table with the 5 chairs. Suppose if there are 5 chairs around a circular table. Now the same people, let's take A, B, C, D, E. Suppose if you have same A, B, C, D, E, then how many ways these 5 people can be arranged in this circular table? If that is the question, what we normally do here is, let us take the first person. So he is having how many ways? Normally we think it is 5. Please try to understand, it is not 5. The reason is there is no identity. For example, can you just call me which is the middle chair? It is not possible. Can you just call me which is the first right from the middle chair? No. What is the leftmost seat here? No. Rightmost seat here? No. Please try to understand. This is the main difference between linear arrangement and circular arrangement. So circular arrangement, unless one person occupies, the chairs do not have an identity. So let us take A, and he is having only one possibility, only one way of occupying these chairs, because all are identical to him. Now let's assume that A has occupied somewhere here. Now please see this very carefully. Each and every chair has got an identity. This is the first right of A, this is the first left of A, this is the second right of A, this is the second and left of A. So which means B has now 4 options. I do not want to sit adjacent to A. He may say that. So which means he will be sitting here. So which means B has 4 possibilities, whereas C has 3 possibilities, and D has 2 possibilities, and the last person will have 1 possibility. So this is 4 factorial. So please try to understand the main difference here in linear and the circular arrangement is, here the first person has 5 possibilities, whereas here the first person has only 1 possibility, because there is no identity for the chairs. Okay, now let us try to generalize this. Suppose if you have a circular table with the n number of chairs. Let's assume that there are n number of chairs around this, and there are A1, A2 and so on up to n people, and they have to be seated in this circular table. So as we have discussed already, the first person will have only one way. Because all seats are identical, he can just go and sit anywhere. So it's not n number of ways. And A2, once A1 has occupied somewhere here, then every position has got its identity, like something opposite to A1, second right of A1, second left of A1, and so on. So each and every position will get an identity once A2 occupies. So A2 has n-1 possibilities, and A3 will have n-2 possibilities, and so on. The last person will have 1 possibility. So this product is what we call it as n-1 factorial. So please try to understand, n persons in a circular table can be arranged in n-1 factorial ways. So number of ways of arranging n persons in a circular manner is equal to n minus 1 factorial. So this is what the circular arrangement is. Okay, now let us discuss one very interesting case in circular arrangement. Now for example, if you take A, B and C, so how many circular arrangements are possible? So 3 people are there, so 3 minus 1 factorial, which is nothing but 2 factorial, is equal to 2. So what are those two? Let's try to understand. So these are the two circular arrangements that are possible: A, B, C in this direction. Similarly, A, B, C in this direction. So these are the only two circular arrangements that are possible with the A, B, C. Now, what is that very interesting case we are talking about here is there are problems where there is no difference between clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. So for example, if you take this ABC and this ABC, both are one and the same if I do not consider the difference between clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. So in that case, what you have to do is you have to divide by 2, because every 2 circular arrangements becomes 1. What I am trying to say is, for every one clockwise circular arrangement, there corresponds one anti-clockwise circular arrangement. Hence, 2 circular arrangements becomes 1. Therefore, it becomes n minus 1 factorial by 2. This is the total number of ways if no difference between clockwise and anti-clockwise direction arrangements. Okay, so what is a practical example where there is no difference between clockwise and anti-clockwise arrangements? So let us take a necklace with the 4 beads. So this is one necklace. Suppose if I have this red color bead, let's assume that. Similarly, this is a yellow color bead, and this is a white color bead, and this is green color bead. Let's assume this is a necklace you are having with the 4 beads. Now suppose I do not want this, I want this. So this is red, and this is green, and this is yellow, and this is white. So I do not want this necklace, I want this necklace. So which means, what does it exactly means? Are they two different necklaces? No, please try to understand. The same necklace, only this also. The reason is, you can just take this, flip this, it will be getting this. So which means, if you have this necklace as well as this necklace, basically it means you are having same pattern necklaces, 2 numbers. That is what it means. So these two are one and the same, because you can just take this, flip this, you will be getting this. So basically these two arrangements will be same. So if there are 4 beads, they can be arranged in 4 minus 1 factorial, which is 3 factorial, is equal to 6, and 6 divided by 2, which is 3. So total 3 different necklaces can be formed with these 4 beads. And similarly, there are some more very interesting examples where there is no difference between clockwise and anti-clockwise. That is flowers arranged in a garland. So there also normally clockwise, anti-clockwise arrangements will be considered as same, because we can flip one anti-clockwise arrangement in such a way that you will be getting the clockwise arrangement of the same thing. So flowers arranged in a garland, beads arranged in a necklace are few examples where if the question is how many ways beads can be arranged or how many ways flowers can be arranged, do not forget to divide by 2. So it is half of n minus 1 factorial. Now let's look at one very interesting difference in circular arrangement, which normally we miss it out in many times. So please try to understand. Suppose if you have a circular table with 5 chairs, and 5 people are there, A, B, C, D, E. So in how many ways first person can be occupied? So which means, as per the previous discussion we have said, it is 1. But very important thing here is, please remember, here we have assumed that the chairs are identical. So which means all the chairs are identical, of same color, or there is no numbering. So we are assuming that the chairs are identical. So what I'm trying to say is, suppose at the same time if you have another circular arrangement where this chair is red color, this chair is green color, this chair is yellow color, this chair is white color, and this chair is pink color. Let's assume this. Now suppose if 5 people are there, A, B, C, D, E. Now each and every chair has an identity. Please remember. So A can be occupied in 5 ways, because he may say I want white color chair, he may say I want green color chair, because when the first person occupies, he himself will be having 5 possibilities, not 4 possibilities. So in this case, A can occupy in 5 ways, B can occupy in 4 ways, 3 ways, 2 ways, 1 way. So it's nothing but 5 factorial. So please remember, in this case, it's nothing but a linear arrangement. So whereas here, first person can occupy in only 1 way, second person 4 ways, 3 ways, 2 ways, 1 way. This is 4 factorial. So unless it is mentioned in circular arrangements, normally we have to use this, not this. Please remember. So do not get confused. Generally, if they say circular arrangement, normally seats do not have identity. Now let us take a few interesting examples to understand circular arrangements better. Assume that there are 16 persons. Totally there are 16 persons, and there are 2 circular tables with capacity 9 and one with the capacity 7. So these are the 2 circular tables, and these are the capacities. In how many ways these 16 persons can occupy these 2 circular tables is the question. So what we do is, it's a very direct question, very simple question. So out of 6 people, what we are supposed to do is, you select 9 people for the first table, and the remaining 7 automatically will go to the second table, which means you need not choose any person for the second table. Please keep it in mind. Okay, so out of 16 we have selected 9 for the first table. Into these 9 people can be arranged in this circular manner in 8 factorial ways, and the remaining 7 people automatically will be occupying this table. These 7 people can be arranged in 6 factorial ways. So this is the total number of ways where 16 persons can occupy 2 circular tables of capacity 9 and 7. Okay, now let us take one more interesting example. Suppose if there are 6 girls and 4 boys. If there are 6 girls and 4 boys, in how many ways they can be arranged in a circular table such that no 2 boys are together? No 2 boys are together. So what we do normally here is, first boys, there is a condition that boys should not be together. So what we do normally is, first ask the girls to occupy. So these 6 girls can be arranged in a circular table in 5 factorial ways, because 6 girls are there and it is a circular arrangement, so it is 5 factorial. So which means once girls have occupied, so let's call this as girl 1, girl 2, girl 3, girl 4, girl 5 and girl 6. Now what we do here is, just take the gaps and try to arrange boys in those gaps. So which means this is a gap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the 6 gaps. In these 6 gaps, we need to arrange 4 boys. So 6 out of these 6, you select 4 and arrange. Or directly you can say 6p4. So 5 factorial into 6p4, or 5 factorial into 64 into 4 factorial. So this is the number of ways of arranging girls and boys such that no 2 boys are together. Now let us take one more interesting example. There are 8 people, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Assume that these are the 8 people. How many ways these 8 persons can be occupied in a circular table such that A and F are sitting opposite to each other? Opposite to each other. So that is the question. So what we do here is, let us ask A to sit anywhere. So totally there are 8 seats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So let us ask A to sit anywhere. So which means A can occupy in only 1 way. Now once A occupies, automatically F has to occupy the opposite seat only. So which means F also can occupy in only 1 way. So A can occupy in 1 way, F also can occupy in 1 way. Now we have how many seats remaining? Assume that this is A and opposite is what? F. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 seats are remaining and 6 people are remaining here. So they can be arranged in 6 factorial ways. Okay, let us take one more example just to understand circular arrangement better. Let us take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let us take these 7 people. Now, how many ways these 7 people can be arranged in a circular table such that A1, A4 and A7, maybe they are best friends, they wanted to sit together. So in how many ways these 7 people can be arranged in a circular table such that A1, A4 and A7 are together. Okay, so what we do exactly here is consider A1, A4, A7 as one unit. Now apart from this, what are all the remaining? A2, A3, A5 and A6. Now totally we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units we have. These 5 units can be arranged in a circular manner in 4 factorial ways. Now after arranging these 5 units in the circular arrangement, let us consider this unit. This unit, is it necessary it has to be A1, A4, A7? No, it can be A1, A7, A4 or A4, A7, A1. So which means these 3 elements can be arranged among themselves in 3 factorial ways. So this is the total number of ways of arranging 7 people in a circular table such that these specific 3 people are together.